So here I am going to continue. I am going to continue about the structure of the cell. Structure of the cell I am going to continue, because in next lecture I will explain about the transport across the cell membrane. The first part I told is cell membrane. The first part I told is cell membrane. See here, cell membrane. Cell membrane is the first part. Cell membrane will be the first part of the cell. See here, cell membrane. What is the structure of the cell membrane first? The cell membrane I told external covering. It is having what? The structure of cell membrane I will draw here, then I will explain. Then I will explain the structure of the cell. Okay, so this is the structure of the cell. I am for the considering purposes. I will not go for the deep of the cell structure. Structure of cell, it will take a lot of time. But to remember that, to know the cell structure of cell membrane, it is very important. It's very, because then only we can understand the transport across the cell membrane. See here, what is actually the structure, cell membrane structure as per fluid mosaic model. As per fluid mosaic model, remember there is one model, fluid mosaic model. Fluid mosaic model that was given by Jonathan Singer and Gareth Nicholson. Jonathan Singer and Gareth Nicholson gave a model that is called fluid mosaic model. They told plasma membrane is an lipoprotein structure. Is a lipoprotein structure. Lipoprotein, they called this as protein icebergs. Protein icebergs in a cell of lipid. Protein icebergs in a sea of lipids. Lipids, that is lipoprotein, or we can say phospholipids, phospholipid bilayer. What they told, see actually what was the fluid mosaic model? Fluid mosaic model told that there are protein icebergs. See, these are the proteins. Proteins are, remember, there are proteins inside. Inside there are proteins here. Inside the plasma membrane, there are proteins. Proteins are of two types. One is called as intrinsic protein, another is called as extrinsic protein. The inside protein in the plasma membrane, this is the inside protein. This will be called as intrinsic protein, which is present inside the cell membrane. Intrinsic protein. Remember one point, this point. And the external proteins are there. There are external proteins here. Suppose I shown here. Here I shown. This is called what? This is called as extrinsic protein. This is called extrinsic protein. And intrinsic proteins are inside the cell membrane. Remember, there are some proteins which help in the passive transport. They are called as channels. Channel-like structures in the plasma membrane. They are called channels. Remember, and there are some proteins. Some proteins are there which help in facilitated. I will tell later what is that. Facilitated transport as well as active transport. They help. They are called as what? Carriers. Those proteins are called as carriers. Remember that point also. And this external structure, these are called glycoproteins or glycolipids. Glycoproteins will be there attached to cell membrane. They are called glycoproteins. Okay. And now the thing is, what are these? What are these head and cap structure? This was phospholipid. This is hydrophilic part. This is hydrophilic. This is hydrophobic. This is hydrophilic. Remember, hydrophilic. That means it has love with the water. This head is hydrophilic. And these tails are hydrophobic. This is head. These are tails. These are hydrophobic. They hate water. Why they hate water? That will tell structure. Their structure. See, this was about fluid mosaic model. They told that plasma membrane is a phospholipid bilayer, which we can say it is a protein icebergs in the sea of lipids. That is, there are protein icebergs proteins are there like icebergs in the sea. There are icebergs in the sea. Suppose this is the sea. We all have seen the sea. Inside the sea there are icebergs inside the sea. So protein icebergs. Proteins are there inside the sea of lipids. There is sea of lipid. Lipid is having a sea. This is the sea of lipid, and inside the sea of lipid there are proteins inside it. That is called a phospholipid bilayer. Now I will tell the structure of this one part. I think you all have made this structure. This is called what? Remember, this is called a phospholipid. This is called as, I told you, this is called a phospholipid. Remember this thing, phospholipid. Phospholipid. Now I will draw the phospholipid structure. Actually, what is in the, I will not draw here because it will take a lot of time. Time is very precious, but for the explanation purpose, if you are really coming to study here, because I don't want to deceive anyone. I don't want to deceive anyone. So I want to tell the structure also. There will be what? There will be 3 fatty acid chains. There will be, if you are going to the chemistry, what is the structure of this actually? See, I told you this is phospholipid. Phospholipid, there will be a phosphate and there will be a lipid. The lipid is here triglycerol. Suppose, see here, this is 1, 2, 3. This is glycerol. Glycerol is having 3 OH groups. 1 OH, I have removed the oxygen. I have removed the hydrogen. I have removed. This is one oxygen. This is glycerol. And there will be H2. We all know. Remember that point. So what will happen? These 3 there are 3 parts. See, 1, 4. Carbon has 4 valency. Okay. And there will be fatty acids. Fatty acids. What? This is R chain. Fatty acid is R chain. Hydrophobic chain. Ends with carboxylic acid. Let us join the carboxylic here. Carboxylic acid here. And see structure what will happen. We will join water, we will remove one oxygen here, that, and we will join that. Okay, carbon, double bond O, then this is R group, hydrogen. See, similarly here oxygen, hydrogen, R group. This is what? Hydrogen, carbon, double bond oxygen. This is R group. Okay, this is that, and there will be a phosphate structure. That phosphate, see, these are 2 here. Here will be a phosphate, phosphorus, H3PO4. Negative, H3PO4. This phosphorus will be H3PO4. 4 negative, 1, 2, 3. 4 oxygen are here. There will be 3 negative charges here. See, phospholipid bilayer. That is why phospholipids are what? This is the head part. This will form head part. There are 2 fatty acid chains. See, what are fatty acid chains? These are the 2 fatty acids. 2 fatty acids are there. They will form this tail. This tail is made up of fatty acids. And remember, this is the phosphorus. And in addition to, here will be hydrogen. You all feel that there will be hydrogen here. Okay. So this is the phosphorus part. Phosphorus is negative. Negative means it is polar. So this head is the polar. This head is made up of phosphorus. And these tails are what? These tails are the fatty acid tails. So fatty acids are hydrophobic, and the phosphorus is having negative charge. Along with glycerol, it will form the head. Glycerol along with phosphorus will form the head, and they are negative charges. That is why they are polar. They will interact with the water. So those structures which can interact with the water, they are outside the membrane. They can interact with water. Inside the cell, they will. It is like this. This is plasma membrane. See, this is the structure. So inside is also water. Outside is also water. This head will interact with the water. Inside there are what? There are these. There are these. What I told these. What are these tails? These tails are fatty acids. Fatty acids are non-polar, so they will not interact with the water. So if we expose this structure like this way, it is unstable. This is the stable structure of plasma membrane. Now this is all about the plasma membrane. Then in the next lecture I will tell about the transport of plasma membrane. Transport across the plasma membrane. See, what is the one more point? What is the another point after plasma membrane? I am going to tell next is, this was plasma membrane. This was plasma membrane. Inside the plasma membrane, what I told, there is endoplasmic reticulum. I told this is nucleus. What I told that this is the nucleus. Nucleus has continuity with the nucleus. See, next structure I am going to tell. Inside this all is protoplasm. Inside this is the cell membrane. This is the protoplasm. Inside the protoplasm there is cytoplasm. This is called a cytoplasm. This is nucleoplasm. This is cytoplasm. In the cytoplasm there are different organelles. One organelle in the cytoplasm. Inside the cytoplasm is a fluid around the nucleus. Inside the nucleus fluid is called a nucleoplasm. The whole nucleoplasm as well as protoplasm is nucleoplasm as well as nucleoplasm as well as cytoplasm is called as protoplasm. So remember one thing, that this what I told, that is this plasma endoplasm reticulum. Inside the cytoplasm, see, inside the cytoplasm there are different organelles. One organelle is there, that is endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum. See here, what is endoplasmic reticulum? Endoplasmic reticulum is a tuft of capillaries. It is a tuft of tubules. There are tuft of membrane bound tubule is there. Tuft of tubules are there, which are having the function of protein synthesis. See what will happen. This is endoplasmic reticulum. This is endoplasmic reticulum. See here, it was connection with the nucleus. Okay. See here, it will be having what? This endoplasmic reticulum is, if it is having these ribophore, these are called as ribophorins. Ribophorin means proteins are on the endoplasmic reticulum. These are called ribophorin first or second. These ribophorin proteins will help in attachment of what? Ribosome will attach with ribosome attaches to that. Remember, if there is presence of ribophorins, then this is called as rough endoplasmic reticulum. This is called as rough it is rough. Why it is rough? Because there are rough particles on that. They are ribophorins, and that is why it is called rough endoplasmic reticulum. And these ribophorins will help in the attachment of ribosome, so it has the role in protein synthesis. Remember, rough endoplasmic reticulum has role in protein synthesis. Protein synthesis will be done by ribosome, but it will occur on endoplasmic reticular membrane. Okay, this is one point. Next is SER. Another is SER, that is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. If there is no presence of what? If there is no presence of ribophorin proteins, the structure will be smooth. Then that is called smooth endoplasmic reticulum. The function of smooth endoplasmic reticulum is mostly what? That is formation of what? That is formation of, remember, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. We all know there is a one, in case of muscle cells, there inside the muscle cells, that is myocytes, there is what? There is sarcoplasmic reticulum. Remember that, sarcoplasmic reticulum and sarcoplasmic reticulum. The sarcoplasmic reticulum do what? It store the calcium. Remember, it store the calcium. Calcium is stored in the muscle cells in the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. That is called as sarcoplasmic reticulum. In the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, that is called as sarcoplasmic reticulum. Okay, this was one more point, and it also help in the formation of sex hormones. They are formed in the SER. One more point, we all know inside the retina there are myeloid bodies. The myeloid bodies are also what? Smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Leave that. You remember, this is important point. Sarcoplasmic reticulum is the storage house of calcium inside the muscle cells. That is also actually SER. So this was the functions of endoplasmic reticulum and the structure. Now we will go to the second part. Now we will go to the second structure. That is what? This was area. That is called mitochondria. That is called. See here the structure of mitochondria. See here, what is mitochondria? Second is mitochondria. This is mitochondria. This is, see here, mitochondria structure. See the structure of mitochondria actually. This is the outer membrane of mitochondria. There will be outer membrane of mitochondria, and there will be inner membrane. Outer membrane, inner membrane. Outer membrane, inner membrane. This is the inner membrane. And remember, inner membrane. Outer membrane is the outer membrane is, see, this is the outer membrane, and inner membrane is having some extensions. The extensions are called, this is outer membrane of mitochondria. This is inner membrane of mitochondria. And these inner membrane has a cristae. They are called a cristae. Cristae are the extensions of inner membrane. They are the extensions of inner membrane is called as cristae. On the cristae, there are presence of what? F0, F1 protein particles. These are F0. See, this is F0, F1 protein particle. See here, I will show by this. I will show by this. This is F0 F1 particle. F0 F1 particle. Actually, it is what? It is an F0 F1 particle. It is called F0 F1 particle. Sometimes it is also called as Fernandez particles because they were discovered by Fernandez particles, and they are actually the ATP synthesis. This is actually the ATP synthesis. The ATP synthesis is an enzyme that is found on F0 F1 protein particle. So this was the simple structure, and inside there will be a DNA, double stranded circular DNA. There will be RNA also. And remember one more thing. This inside is called matrix. This is called matrix. This fluid inside the inner membrane is called matrix. This is called perimitochondrial space. This is called perimitochondrial space. Perimitochondrial space is having perimitochondrial fluid. Remember the thing here. What is the function of mitochondria? Mitochondria is called as powerhouse of the cell. It is called as powerhouse of the cell. Why it is called as powerhouse of the cell? See here, powerhouse of the cell, powerhouse of cell. Why it is called as powerhouse of the cell? Because it helps in the it is the storage center of ATP. It is the center where ATP is formed. So this the aerobic respiration, cellular aerobic respiration will occur inside the mitochondria in the matrix spot, And remember, the electron transport chain of aerobic respiration will occur on the inner mitochondrial membrane. This all you have to remember. This was the basic. I will not go to the detail. This was all about the mitochondria. Okay. One more thing is, what is another organelle? Another organelle is Golgi complex. This was endoplasmic reticulum and this is Golgi complex. Suppose this is the Golgi complex I have made here. What is the function of Golgi? It is also tubule-like structure. It is having, these are called as tubules. It is having the tubules. The work, what the Golgi complex will do, the structure will be better on the book also, you can see, but because I am weak in the drawing, so this is what Golgi complex. The function of Golgi complex is what? That is packaging and distributing center. It is a packaging and distributing center. Why? Because the proteins which are formed at the endoplasmic reticulum will go to the Golgi apparatus, will enter the Golgi apparatus. What Golgi apparatus will do? It will do modification of proteins. It will do protein modification. What is protein modification? Actually, it will add carbohydrate part of the proteins and form glycoprotein with the help of enzyme, that is glycosyl transferase enzyme. It can add protein part to, it can add lipid part to the protein and form glycolipid. Same enzyme will be required, glycosyl transferase enzyme. So remember, that is called glycolipids and glycoprotein. So protein modification, which include glycoprotein and glycolipid, which I told, glycoprotein and glycolipid are found on the external plasma membrane, which help in, they can act as receptors, they can act as MHCs, they can act as MSC, that is major histocompatibility complex. MHC, that is different phenomenon, I will not go to the deep. Glycoproteins and glycolipids are the protein modification, are the proteins which are modified, because actually protein has this protein part and glyco means lipid part will be there. This will be what I told, glycoprotein and lipoprotein. Another will be lipoprotein. Protein will be added with, lipid will be added with protein here. The Golgi complex will add the protein that came from endoplasmic reticulum. What will happen inside the Golgi complex? It will add lipid to the protein, form lipoprotein. It will add carbohydrate to the protein and form glycoprotein. It can add lipid to the protein and form, it can add lipid to the carbohydrate and form glycolipid. Glycoprotein, these all are formed within the Golgi complex. It is the packaging and distribution. It will pack, then it will distribute to the all organelles whoever need. And remember one more thing, there is inside the biochemistry, we will study about the enzymes. Enzymes are formed also inside the Golgi complex, because enzymes are actually the proteins. They are actually the proteins who are doing the biological functions, who act as biocatalysts. So here I told this was mitochondria and this was Golgi complex. Now we will go to the one more part, that is one lysosome. Suppose what are lysosomes? Simple lysosomes. Lysosomes are bag-like structures. They are also called as suicidal bags. They are called as atom bomb. They are called as suicidal bags. What lysosomes will do? Lysosomes are having some hydrolytic enzymes. They will help in the destruction and degeneration of any part of the cell which is not required for the cell, or any biomolecule inside the cell that is not intracellular biomolecule, extracellular, which cell doesn't require. It will help in destruction. These enzymes will destroy them. So, or we are watching that there are WBCs. WBCs are having abundant. WBCs are also having these. WBCs are having abundant lysosomes, because WBCs are help in what? There are some WBCs which work to destroy the pathogen. We all know, or any foreign particle or any antigen. So they are also having hydrolytic, and they will use this to destroy the organism. Or sometimes what the cell undergo two phenomena are there. Remember that sometimes cell undergo apoptosis. Apoptosis is what? Cell undergo apoptosis. Apoptosis is programmed cell death. It is also called a programmed cell death. Cell will undergo death. Cell sometimes own cell will undergo for sacrifice. It will die for any benefit of this body. For any benefit of body. That process called apoptosis. Cell death, that is programmed by the body. So that apoptosis is also that can be done by means of lysosomes, because lysosomes having hydrolytic enzymes. Another is necrosis. One was apoptosis, another is necrosis. See the difference. Necrosis is what? Necrosis is also cell death, but this cell death is not programmed by the cell. It can occur because of any inflammation or any disease, or any attack of virus or any pathogen that can cause necrosis. That is the cell damage, cell death by means of external factors, by means of inflammation, by means of any other disease. But if body cell is going for death, this is called as cell suicide. Cell is going for suicide for the body, for there will be benefit for the body. That is called as apoptosis. These are the two terms I have told here also. One more thing is about the lysosome. What is another? Lysosome. Another is main is centriole. One more is centriole is there. I told centriole. Centriole. What centriole will do? Centriole is what? See here. Centriole is what? Centriole is one more organelle is there. I wrote, remember, because this is not having the cell membrane, it is own membrane, so it is not considered organelle. But we can say what is in the cell, what is centriole. We all will study in the next lectures. I will tell about cell division. During cell division, there will be the division of cell. There will be a division of after the replication. We have to during the M phase. After replication, during what? During S phase. The replication will occur in the S phase. S phase there will be replication. Okay. G1 phase, S phase, G2 phase. Then there will be M phase. M phase. There will be in M phase. There will be what? There will be M phase. There will be many phases. What will happen? Actually, centriole is required for separation of the DNA, for separation of the chromosomes. For the separation of chromosomes, what will happen? This is one chromosome. This is one chromosome. They are joined to each other. This will here one side centriole will come, another side centriole will come. Okay. See here, but because in M phase there are prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. This will occur in the anaphase. In metaphase there will be formation of spindle fibers. This is the centriole. Centriole will form spindle fibers. These spindle fibers will join here. Here will also formation of spindle fibers. They will attach to the kinetochore of the chromosome, and they will help in the division of chromosome. That is a function of centrioles. One more thing is there. That is, now I will go to the next part. This was introduction to centriole. Now one more is nucleus. The main part of the body, the main part of the cell is nucleus. Remember what is nucleus? It is the largest organelle in the cell. Remember nucleus. And inside the nucleus, what is there? This was nucleus I told. This is the inside is called a nucleoplasm. This is called nucleoplasm. This is called nucleoplasm. The inside this plasm, the fluid inside the nucleus is called the nucleoplasm. There will be two membranes. This is one membrane. This is another membrane. This is the outer membrane, outer nuclear membrane, outer nuclear membrane. This is the inner nuclear membrane, inner nuclear membrane. Inner nuclear membrane. This is the outer nuclear membrane. This is inner membrane. Inside there is protoplasm. There is matrix. There is what? There is a fluid that is called a nucleoplasm. Inside the nucleoplasm, there will be what? There is a dense body that is called a nucleolus. Now I will tell what is nucleolus. Nucleolus is a structure that is formed by the DNA. That is formed by the DNA within the cell. That helps in the formation of rRNA. It will form rRNA. It will form rRNA. rRNA formation. And rRNA formation, what is the requirement of rRNA? Ribosome is made up of rRNA. Ribosome will be formed because ribosome is I will tell this also. Ribosome, here I will tell. Ribosome is one more structure in the ribosome. Ribosome is what? It is protein. It is having protein also. Protein is also. It is having rRNA. It is having rRNA. That is rRNA is a nucleic acid. It is an ribonucleic acid, but that is rRNA, ribonucleic acid. So this ribonucleic acid is formed from what? Nucleolus. Nucleolus will form that. So nucleolus is an storage center of rRNA. It will form RNA for the purpose of ribosome. For the purpose of ribosome, this will be the DNA. This will be the DNA inside. There will be the double-stranded DNA. Remember, the DNA is actually main part. That is called. This is called. If it is in the interface, if the DNA, this DNA is two types. When the DNA in the cell cycle, when we study the cell cycle, how the cell divide, there will be two states. One is interphase, another is M phase. And in interphase, this will be not so much dense, and it will be called as chromatin. And when it will enter into M phase, it will be more dense. It will be more dense. More proteins will be attached to it, and that time it will be more visible also. Then we will call it as chromosome. So this was all about DNA, chromosome, all about the nucleus also. And one more thing is there, that this was all about the structure of the cell. Now what is the function of the cell? Now there is no need for me to tell about the functions of cell. You can yourself tell the functions of cell. See here, what is the function of cell? I will tell here. Functions of cell here. The functions of organelle is itself the function of the cell. What cell will do? Cell will do the transport. Across cell by cell, there will be transport mechanism. I will explain next lecture what is the transport mechanism across the cell membrane. So cells are important structures for transport within the body. Transport within the cells. Between the cells, there is transport that is occurring between the cell. So there is transport mechanism in the cells also. I told there is formation of proteins, there is formation of enzymes, there is formation of proteins, there is formation of glycoproteins, there is formation of glycolipids. There is storage center, that is sarcoplasmic reticulum, which is a rough endoplasmic reticulum. That is storage center for calcium also. Cell, remember, some cells are reproductive, helps in the reproduction. That is sperm, that is ovum. They have the role in the reproduction. And other cell function, suppose if we see the RBC. One more thing I told, that in case of RBC, there is no presence of nucleus. I will tell in future. I will tell why the RBC is not having the nucleus. I will tell in the ongoing lectures. But here I am telling that RBC will not be having nucleus. Remember that also. This was all about the cell. I have taken only the important parts here. Otherwise, it will take a lot of time. If I will tell about myself during my 12th study, during my 11th class, when I was studying this cell online by my teacher, one teacher was teaching me, and he took about more than 25 lectures for cell biology, that is cell structure. So I have taken all the content in a concise manner within 2 or 1 lecture. So remember this all things, and in the next lecture I am going to tell about the transport across cell membrane. Thank you.